In this video, there are heavy spoilers to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. If you haven't seen the movie yet, go and watch it and then come back to me. Anyways, on to the video. It's here. After years of waiting, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is finally out in theaters, and it had everything I expected and more. For those who have been living under a rock, Five Nights at Freddy's is a popular franchise with a plethora of games, including FNAF Help Wanted 2 coming out this November, and 3-book series which revolves around William Afton and the aftermath of his murder spree and the unlucky children who went to his pizza joint. I watched the movie last Saturday, and all I have to say is that this surpassed my expectations. Because I'm not gonna hold you, I have pretty low expectations for this movie. Now don't get me wrong, I didn't think the movie was gonna be bad. I just had my doubts because it's a movie based on a game. It also didn't help that the movie was PG-13 and it's also a horror. So I like to think my concerns were pretty right. But here's a little summary to the movie. The plot of the movie follows mall security guard Mike Schmidt, who after assaulting a negligent father who he thought was a kidnapper, ends up losing his job. By the way, is it just me or did anybody else think instantly that the guy he assaulted was the little boy's father? Let me know in the comments if you thought the same thing, because it instantly clicked for me. Mike is then offered a job at Freddy's, which at first he declines. Then there's Abby, Mike's little sister. She's an oddball who he has to take care of because his parents are not alive anymore. Mike's absolute Karen of an aunt wants custody of her for government money, so it makes Mike actually consider and take the job at Freddy's, which has very low pay. A main plot point of the movie is Mike's little brother, I think his name was Garrett, gets kidnapped. So Mike learns about dream theory and he's obsessed with sleeping a lot to try and reawaken his memories to try and find out who was the kidnapper. More on that part later because it comes back up. To help her case, Mike's aunt hires a group of people to sabotage Mike at his workplace. But since we know this is Freddy's, breaking into it isn't smart. They all got touched, every single one of them.
Was that the bite of 87?
Abby now has no one to watch her, so Mike takes her to work along with him and she gets friendly with the animatronics. Also, Mike almost got put in a backpack. So they have their goofy fun time with the robots along with Vanessa. Abby gets hurt in the process, so Mike is threatened by Vanessa to never bring her back. Time passes, Abby is fine, but she's at home, his aunt watches her. So Mike is at work now again and he sleeps. No, Blonde Boy shows him a timeline of where his brother was okay, and it's what he always wanted. So Blonde Boy, who is called Freddy, offers this dream every night in exchange for Abby, and this clone said yes. But of course he instantly regrets it, but it's already too late. Golden Freddy already at his doorstep. Now Mike and Vanessa have to save Abby because of Mike's stupidity. So while they're fighting the robots, having like exchange, Mike gets by Abby and the robots acting strange. The big man himself, William Afton, has his dramatic entrance. Abby opens the eyes of the animatronics, which makes them turn on William because they were under his control somehow. I got you here. Okay, now can you please subscribe, please, and like video? It helps out a lot. Anyways, back to video. And the MVP of the movie, Cupcake, takes a chunk out of his suit, which gives him the spring lock scene that we were all waiting for. And while he was dying, all of the robots are just squinting at watching this man crumble. It was nice as hell. So movie ends, then sequel is in play. Then the Living Tombstones FNAF 1 song is played in the credits. Now as someone who knows the lore of the games to some degree, the plot of the movie was kind of predictable, which wasn't a bad thing. It was a fun watch and a genuinely enjoyable movie. The amount of references and cameos in the movie were unreal. The goats of FNAF making their appearance in the movie, like we all knew that Corey X Kenshin was going to be in the taxi driver. But when my dog Matt Pap made his entrance, everyone in the theater, including myself, were making noise. I saw on social media like everyone was like making noise saying why Matt is in the movie, but I doubted that so hard. I genuinely had a strong feeling that Matt was gonna be in it because Scott leaving him out is a crime. That man promoted FNAF for so long and had drive himself into like crazy. Also, it was really unfortunate that Markiplier couldn't make it for his part. He was supposed to be the first person that dies in the movie. Apparently the recording of his his movie Iron Lung kept him too busy, but there's a sequel, so hopefully we can see him in that movie. Well, supposedly a sequel. Then there were the meme references in the bite of of 87, like from before, and the famous "I always come back" line from the legend Mr. Sagi himself. By the way, this is my first time actually going to movie theaters in Canada, and the audience was very fun. There was a group of people making a lot of noise in the cinema and were screaming unnecessarily. So I had this Giga Chad who told him to shut the hell up, and the rest of the audience clapped. Like, is that normal? I genuinely don't know if that's normal. You guys are an interesting bunch for sure. I can't wait to enjoy the supposedly next sequel with you guys. Speaking of the sequel, I have a theory of if there is one, like what gonna happen in the next movie. Since the movie ends with Afton spazzing out in the end of in the back room, similar to the 8-bit scene from the game, I believe the sequel will be a parallel of FNAF 3 somehow. I don't know why the main cast will be back at Freddy's, or I don't have an idea of how they will try and bring it back, but I do think also that the puppet will be in it, and I'm gonna take a large leap here. I think Mike's little brother will be the puppet. I don't know, it just feels like the right choice, or just bringing a new person. But since he's the supposedly first person that Afton kills, at least for the movie, and feels like a parallel to Henry's daughter Charlie, I think that's I believe those are gonna be factoids for the next movie. If you agree with me, let me know, but if not, just let me know in the comments what you think will happen in the sequel. But anyways, peoples, that's it from me, so I hope you enjoyed.